Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Blue. In today's episode, we are still playing the Uberhood, my Uberhood, and we are in Veronaville at the moment. This is the house of one of the Capp's families, but it's in a kind of a weird way because the adult in the house isn't called Capp anymore. Because in this house, Albany Norman is living with four of his kids, which is Miranda Capp, Ariel Capp, Patino Capp, and Blanca Capp. And in this family, you can see in his family tree, he has two more kids. He has Hall Capp, and Desdemone Capp. And he has no partner. And that is because, as I think I told you in Don Lothario's episode, his before wife, Goneril Capp, had an affair with Don Lothario. And Albany caught them at a community lot. That started some fighting and some problems between them, but they actually made up. And then it happened again. Not a true, woohoo cheating, but he saw them flirt. And that was enough for him to get really mad again. He has a family sim, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, it ended up him really fighting a lot with Goneril. Not just verbal, but also physically. And in the end, Hall was actually the one saying, no, this is not okay. Hall talked with his mom. He has a better relationship with his mom than he had with his dad at the time. And he told his mom that, no, whatever is happening between you and dad at the moment is just not okay. You need to fix this. You need to do something else. So he convinced his mom to get a divorce. And shortly after, she moved out. And of course, Hall moved out with his mom because he didn't like his dad. He didn't like the whole beating his mom thing. So that was, I know. Desdemone moved with Hall and Goneril because she didn't want Hall to be alone with Goneril. Not because they shouldn't be alone, but she kind of felt she had some kind of responsibility for Hall. She is younger than Hall, but they grew up together, so she really wants to make sure that he is okay. Miranda chose to stay with her dad because she felt like, well, in her mind, it didn't really, like, she was mad at her mom for cheating. She wasn't really okay with her dad being, like, starting fights and stuff, but she wanted her mom to not cheat. Like, she was mad at her mom for cheating. So Miranda was like, no, I'm with dad here. And all in all, Miranda is just waiting to get out anyway. So she was like, well, all my stuff is here, and I kind of understand why my dad is upset. So not hitting is not okay, but yeah. She's just here until she can leave, pretty much. And the three small kids don't really understand much of what is going on. Ariel has some kind of, like, she knows a little bit, but she doesn't really know. So in the end, they stayed with their dad because that was easiest. And I also think they had a better relationship with their dad because Goneril was a lot of the time away from home. She before they got divorced, Albany didn't have a job. He was a stay-at-home father. And Goneril was the one always out and working at the Capps. I have the family business name now. It's called It's called Capp's Capital, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it when we get to Goneril's sister Regan, who is the one that is taking over the business, and you will also see the building that I have built for it. Um, a little sidetrack. So yeah, she was always working, so it made sense for them to have a better relationship with their dad. And I don't think they have seen their parents actually fight, so they don't know that part exactly. But yeah, that was a little bit of an intro. I will go closer to Albany and tell you more about him specifically. So here we have Albany. He is a family sim. He was once Albany Capp, but he has taken his old family name Norman. So yeah, he has a lot of kids, as you saw before. It's yeah, 6 kids in all. In the beginning, we have Miranda, who is a teenager, just turned teenager, and then we have Hall and Desdemone, who is both kids in different ages, and then Ariel is a toddler. So they already in the beginning had a quite a big family, and then they got twins. So it's a very big family. Um, and his relationship with Hall, as you can see, is quite bad. I think because time has been going for a little bit, it's not as bad as it was before. Before it was furious and completely red. But yeah, they are enemies. Hall really doesn't like his dad. I don't even remember if they had a fight. I think they did. Well, he was, yeah, no, he was fighting Goneril, and this was the fight that made Goneril finally say, "Okay, let's not do this." Um, so yeah, and who the person told, the one that told them to break up was Hall. I think he had a fight with Hall, but I don't think so. No, but as you can see, Goneril actually won a lot of the fights. But that these is the two cheatings. So yeah, quite dramatic. If we look at his traits, it is he has no sense of humor. He had the trait of evil, but I didn't feel like he would fit as being an evil, even though he's really grouchy. Instead, I made him hot-headed and mean-spirited. I felt like that made a little bit more sense for him, because all in all, he has been a really good dad, and he hasn't forced any like he is strict somewhat, but not in the same way as General Boss, for example, who is evil. So yeah, he got these two instead because he is quite hot-headed and he gets angry when something doesn't go his way. Um, and his personality is that he's very neat. He's outgoing. He is more on the active side. He is serious and he is grouchy. His bio says, Albany loves his children. Too bad they don't love each other. Can Albany convince them the family is important? And can he convince Goneril as well? Goneril really didn't understand, and the big betrayal happened. Albany isn't sure what to do. He is just so angry all the time now. So even before the cheating happened, the family wasn't the best family. Miranda has been quite, in the beginning, in the younger years, she was quite mean to both Hall and Desdemone, mostly Hall. The two twins actually were pretty good friends in my game, but she was mean to almost everyone, like Miranda was. And because Goneril had so much of a focus on family business and work, Albany felt like the family wasn't really working the way he wanted it to. And when they got the twins, things didn't really go better, even though he had hoped so. And then Goneril cheated. Actually, he really tried to make it good for Hall. He has never really had a really good relationship to Hall, but on Hall's birthday from a child to a teenager, Albany invited the whole family out for dinner, and they had a really great time. And they actually had a normal family dinner. Yeah, as you can see here. Can I maybe? Is this how I do it? It didn't make it like bigger, but yeah, you can see it's before the twins were born, or just when the twins were born. So they had this really nice family dinner, and Hall actually got celebrated big time. um, so when Goneril, yeah, cheated, Albany really didn't know what to do. He was just so angry because he had really fought for this family, as he had really done everything that he could to make the family work. But no, it got ruined in the end, anyways, and he was a big part of it in the end because he couldn't control his anger. So yeah, that is where he is at the moment. He doesn't really have any love life at the moment. As you can see, he is really mad at Goneril still. He's enemies with a couple of people, funny enough. Of course, there is some monties between them, but yeah. Olive Spectre for some reason he is not happy with. He is still unemployed, but he knows that now he is a single dad. He needs to get some money, and he rolled to want to have a job. I know it says education career, but how I do it is when they roll for whatever job, I'm just gonna lock one of them in, and then I have a job calculator. I'm not exactly sure how exact it is, but it helps me to somewhat figure out where they fit. And Albany would fit really good in the military career. So he is at the moment looking for a job in the military career. So he's probably gonna work under General Boss. And I'm not sure that's the best idea if they get to be good friends, because I don't know if General Boss would be able to give Albany some not so great ideas and opinions. But yeah, I think that was everything I could tell you about Albany. So let's go to Miranda. So here we have Miranda. She has a lot of pimples, so I just need to check if she would be doing something. Nope, she wouldn't. She doesn't really care. She loves school though, so that's interesting. Okay, quick sidetrack. So this is Miranda. She is a romance sim. So what you probably have seen in many of the last episodes, she actually had a lot of flirts. No, less hearts than I had thought. But she has a crush on Dustin, but he's soon going to college. But I'm pretty sure if we look into... Oh yeah, she doesn't really have a good relationship with Tybalt, like at all for some reason. I thought she had a lot more kisses with people, but I guess not. Oh yeah, she does. Okay, so the thing with Miranda is that she is somewhat of a rebel. I think we should start here, probably. She is a smooch, not a smooch, a mooch, and she's a heavy sleeper. Her personality is that she's more on the neat side. She's in the middle of shy and outgoing. She is lazy, serious, and nice. Her bio says, Miranda has enjoyed the old school closing down and therefore meeting new people. It has made it so much easier to flirt with even more Sims. But even though she found some fun in it, she is starting to miss Mercutio. Even more now he left for uni or college. Her parents divorced, whatever. So yeah, she doesn't really care about her parents' divorce. She has always seen that this family is broken, and she also very much know that she has been a part of it because her and Hall had a really rough relationship. they actually made up doing their what's it called, their life. But as you can see, she has a way better relationship with Albany than she has with her mom. She really have a bad relationship with her mom. And Albany, it's not the greatest, but it's fine. It's been better. She's still not happy with him actually fighting with his mom like the way he did. So that's why she really isn't the bestest friends with him, but it is here at least. And so the two siblings she had, her two oldest siblings, is actually the ones she has the best relationship with. And then Ariel, the two twins, she really doesn't have much to do because when they got born, she was done with this family already. She already wanted to move out, and the reason she really wanted to move out was because Mercutio, yes, Mercutio Monty was her first kiss, and they really had a good time. And I think the relationship with him went quite fast, and I'm pretty sure that she had thought at the moment at that point that he would be the one for her. But not long after he moved to college, so he is some years older than her. And then she was like, oh, well, what now? He isn't here anymore. So she started flirting around, and then she actually got a really good relationship with Tank. And I think at this point she was like, well, this is it's fun flirting around. Oh, she actually kissed Tank before Mercutio went to college, since they had a makeout. Oh, it was a long time before. Oh, yeah. She also kissed Romeo. I guess she really liked Mercutio, but because he was a Monty, she knew that she couldn't really have anything to do with him. And meeting all the new people from Strangetown and from Pleasantview at the school was also really, really nice for her because she likes to meet new people. And I guess Tank was once one of the people that she found interesting. And I guess at a party she also found Romeo quite interesting. So yeah. And then she had her first woohoo with Mercutio. In my game, the teen woohoo isn't enabled normally, but for specific teens, if I feel like it makes sense for their story, I'm gonna let them have a woohoo. Um, and I felt like with Miranda, she has been growing up quite fast, and she has needed to be an adult quite quickly because she had so many siblings. As you can see, she was the one taking care of Ariel pretty much. Um, so yeah, and then she had a makeup with Tank, and then she had a thing with Rip too. Um, and then also Benedict. So as you can see, she is really happy with the Monty boys. And then Dustin in the end here too. And I think she has flirted with almost everyone, all the boys, teen boys. So she has really enjoyed the schools getting closed, so everyone needed to go to Pleasantview. Um, I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, she is a musician. She really likes to play music. That is also her hobby, if I remember right. Yes, it is. And she's going to college not this round, but next round. So that's quite interesting. Not interesting, exciting. I think is the right word. So before that, she's just gonna be her and do whatever she wanna do. Family is still here somewhat, but she's not really gonna do much with them. Maybe Ariel because she actually likes her little sister. So yeah. Speaking of Ariel, okay, so we are gonna have a little bit of an awkward picture at Ariel because Miranda is standing right here. But this is Ariel. She is a toddler in the beginning of the game. She's of course have the aspiration of growing up because she's just a child. Her trait is clumsy, and her personality is she's sloppy. She's in the middle of shy and outgoing. She's active. She's a little bit more on the playful side, and she's in the middle of grouchy and nice. Her bio says, the youngest in in a large family, Ariel just hopes she won't get lost in in the shuffle. Can she get enough attention from her parents with all her siblings around? Even more, even more struggle after the twins came around, and now and now mom left. Why? So yeah, Ariel is still too young to really understand what actually happened between her parents. So she doesn't know that her mom cheated, and she didn't see her parents actually fighting. She just know that something went wrong, and I don't think Albany is actually gonna tell her because she's still a little bit too young to actually know. I have the feeling that Miranda probably is gonna tell her. Not exactly what happened, but yeah, I think Miranda will, yeah, tell her what happened, but just not in details. Yeah, she has a really good relationship with her dad, and as you can see, she still have a good relationship with her other siblings, um, just not her twins. And she actually have a quite a good relationship with her mom too. So she is at the moment just really missing her mom and just don't understand why the family is split up. But again, I think Miranda is gonna tell her at some point. And then we have Patino here. He is one of the two twins. And he has, of course, also the growing up aspiration. His trait is he's good, so quite the opposite of his dad. Um, and his personality is that he's neat. He is outgoing, he's lazy, he's serious, and he's super nice. His bio says Patino just do his best to follow this big family. Luckily, he has his twin when he really. Then he will never be alone. It's sad mom isn't there anymore, but at least there is more quiet now. So I think Patino, he's way too young to understand what actually happened, but he has noticed that everything is more silent and more quiet now. There isn't a lot of drama. So in that with that mindset, he takes it pretty well, and he's just chilling, pretty much. Um, I think he misses his mom, but all in all, I think he's just doing whatever he finds that he needs to do. So this is Blanca. She is playing with her dollhouse, so it's quite hard to get a good um, shot of her. So I will just show her quickly when she moves around. All the kids in this family has interesting faces. I'm really excited to see how they look when they grow up. But yeah, that was a close up of Blanca. She has an interest in science. Her trait are that she loves the cold, and her personality is that she is neat. She is on the outgoing side, not as outgoing as her brother, but really pretty much outgoing. And then she is more on a little bit more active. Then she's serious and she is grouchy. So serious and grouchy, she for sure has from her dad. Are they completely the same? Yeah, they are. Ah, interesting. Her bio says Blanca loves her twin, but sometimes he is just too much. Just like this family, but looking at Miranda, see, that's the way she wanna go, away from the family. So, she also feels the drama in the family, but she doesn't really think about it being quiet now that her mom isn't there anymore. She just see the Miranda's I don't care mindset, and she looks pretty much up to that. Typically children doing that. She doesn't really have the best relationship with Miranda, but she really looks up to her sister. So yeah, that was pretty much everything for the family. So I think we should. Oh yeah, what we're gonna do today is that the children is of course going to school, and Miranda is going to school too. I will see if I can work on her logic. Um, I think that's from going to school that it's so high. I need to find out what I can do with that. I think it's a lot. Mm, I will look into that. Like what I think it's a lot. The skills are going a little bit too fast with the books I use at the school. I have seen there is a school mod, um, but I'm not sure if I have the energy to go into how it works. But I will see. Maybe I will make a rule for where they need, like how much logic they can get from, or skills they can get from going to school. But yeah, I will figure out how I will do that. Um, so what we're gonna do today is that I think Miranda is, yeah, she has the time to go out with Dustin. So if she keeps the one to sneak out with him, I will make her go out with Dustin because she has a crush on him, and he's going to college in this round. So it's now or never. Of course, we're gonna find Albany his job. We're gonna look at the paper and the computer to see if the military job is there, or else I'm gonna let him go to. I don't think there is a job board in Veronaville, so I'm probably gonna make him go to Strangetown because I know there is one there. Not Strangetown, Pleasant View, like in the park. So he will actually get a job. And Ariel, nothing much. She's just gonna be her, and the same with the two other children. So let's start. I love that Miranda and Ariel actually have a good relationship. Um, I feel like that's very fitting because they are the only one actually being here from the start, and also Miranda kind of took care of Ariel. Why do Ariel want to be friends with adults? I think she should know other people, like all other children. Her cousin, and then the broke. Yeah, she knows a couple, but it's not many. I need to be better at making them actually greet each other. But yeah, like greet each other when they go to school. I saw the newspapers here, so I think it would be a good time for Albany to look for a job, find a job. I feel like Blanca actually looks quite a lot as her dad, and Bettino too. Mhm. So Albany normally actually makes food for the kids for breakfast, but I didn't make him do that today, so they're gonna be without. Oh, Bettino seems to be. He's throwing a tantrum. I actually haven't seen that from kids before. But his wants are really hard to do at the moment. But it's actually quite fitting because if you remember when we played through the singles, Kristen, I wanted her to be the therapist in this neighborhood, and I have finally made the hospital, and I have made it so it's government owned, but Cersei is not the head of staff, but she is the one with the highest rank. And I made Kristen be, I think it's called general patricians or something like that. And in my mind, that's just gonna be the therapist. So I might do it so Bettino is gonna go into to some therapy with Kristen because of the whole ordeal. I think that would be quite fitting. So when Sims go into aspiration failure, they're gonna get a therapy session. And also, if I found that they should, like, if they have a lot of bad memories or something, or it's just fitting for the what's it called, for the story, that they maybe should get some therapy. So yeah, at the moment, Albany is just taking care of his needs, and then I'm gonna send him to the park in Pleasant View so he can get a job and maybe meet some people. And here we are in the Woodland Park. He's going to greet Lola, it seems, who is sitting here playing some chess. Oh, he wanted to greet her, but that didn't happen. Who is else in the park? Regan is. That's interesting. Warren and Don Lothario is here also. And then I thought there was one over here. Oh, there are some teens also. Jill and Benedict is here too. For some reason they are not going to school. And then Cole Oli is here. Alright, so what I wanted him to do is that I want him to get the military career. So he's gonna look for a job and he's gonna look for the military. Yeah, that's fine. So now he finally have a job by himself, and I am just gonna quickly put it into his spreadsheet. Maybe he could say hi to Cersei. I actually don't think oh, he does, but they don't like each other. He doesn't really have a good relationship with Don either. I have the feeling him being grouchy makes it really hard for him to do anything. And that Regan is here makes it a little bit more awkward because he, of course, doesn't have a good relationship with Regan either. So at the moment, he's just not really well liked in the hood. I'm a little bit scared for them to start fighting. Yeah, okay. Why are you yelling at Regan? It wasn't her fault that Goneril. Okay, yeah. Albany, it's gonna be really hard for you to actually get any friends in this hood if you keep doing this. I have the feeling that Albany is gonna be very much alone. Okay, Albany, I think that's enough. Maybe join Cersei instead. You wanna play some chess, so. And Regan is letting her anger go hit the townie. Oh my god, this neighborhood. Can he admire her? No? No? No. Okay. Albany, I think you should just call a taxi, and then go home. Because I don't think you're gonna get any further with this. Oh my god. Who could he meet that maybe would make sense? Has he met Kristen yet? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it. So maybe when he's gonna go to the hospital with Bettino, for his therapy session with Kristen. Um, Albany is gonna meet her, and then we will see if there's any attraction or that is just another miss. And he's going to poke Regan. Because why not? Oh, that's good. The terrain stopped it. And then Albany is, of course, home. So, I think for now I'm just gonna make them get their needs up so everything is how they should be. They're missing some food, so I guess Albany would ask Miranda to go out and get some groceries. Now I just need to remember which one of these things have the grocery thing. I think it's this one. So I will see you when we get to the lot. All right. It wasn't the first lot I took. It was a completely other one. This was lucky time times 3. So yeah. um This is the grocery store in Veronaville, and for some reason, both Daniel and Olive thought that their grocery stores in their respective towns wasn't good enough. So, but I'm gonna get Miranda to go and buy some groceries. Just gonna fill it up completely. Then she can go out and greet Daniel and maybe also Olive. Wouldn't hurt her to know more people. Kaylin. Honestly, I think that's a bad idea. Oh no, Kaylin. So Kaylin already forgave. Already, it's like 2 years or something. She forgave Daniel. What is she doing? Make this stop. Okay, I think. No, she didn't. That's Strahd though. Okay, I think she gave up. That's good. Oh my god. And why is she hanging out with Pascal? I guess that's what a teenager wanna do when she doesn't want to go home. I think Miranda has hang out enough time, so she would probably go home. Because she needs to get home with the food so the family can actually get some food. There's a lot of like non-Veronaville people here. Buck is here too. Interesting. Well, see you at home. It doesn't seem like the the kids is actually having a good time with each other. At least Bettino is a little bit tired of his sisters. And Miranda is also home, so I am just gonna make her take a bath and go pee. And maybe not take a bath, but at least go pee. And then we need to serve some dinner. He would probably carrot soup, why not? Oh, she actually wants to do her homework. She is able to do that, so no, don't. And then there is a family dinner. I have called everyone to come and eat. I try to make families actually eat together. as best as possible. It's not always working out, but I guess today it is actually working out. For Miranda, I think I'm gonna let her go and sleep a little bit. And when she has slept a little bit, oh no, actually, I'm gonna make her go up here. And then I'm gonna make her call Dustin because she wanted to sneak out with him earlier. And I think I wanna let her do that. Maybe it's too early actually. So I can get her to clean this cup up. Now, call, sneak out. I know. Albany, no. Can you just clean it up? I wanted her to go up here so Albany wasn't there, but she's just pretending to talk, and now that he left, she can say she wanna sneak out. Oh my god. Okay, so Dustin will be here. I think it's late enough for them to go to bed. So I'm just gonna let them do that. And Ariel, I locked in that she wanna play with Tycho, because I think that's such a good idea. She's really good friends with him, so I wanna encourage that as much as I can. And Albany, you are actually a little bit hungry, so maybe take some juice. I think it's too early for him to actually go to bed. So maybe he should try to chat with someone. Bella, maybe? Why not? You can try. That was very short. So I guess he can just go in and sleep. It's late enough for that. The bedroom is pretty much the same as when Goneril was here. The only thing Goneril took with her was her nightstand. Oh yeah, here's the pictures I wanted to show from Hall's birthday that he took with his dad. I think this was the one day where Hall actually felt like his dad liked him and they had a good relationship. So I felt like it made sense for Albany to keep the pictures because Albany really want this relationship with his son. So yeah, it's memories of a better time. Not necessarily a good time, but better time. And I really feel like this is so good. So yeah. And I'm letting Miranda actually watch TV without Albany noticing because it's pretty much in another house. But she really needs to pee. There we go. And Miranda is heading out slowly but surely. Let's see if she gets home by the police or by herself. Have a great time, Miranda. Oh, and she got home by the police. So I'm just gonna wake up Albany. And he's gonna be so disappointed with Miranda. But I think, oh. You wanna talk with Goneril? I'm gonna lock it in. making mischief, whatever happens to responsible parents, well, he is gonna go out and lecture her. But I don't think they're gonna get like a big relationship hit from this, because Albany knows that Miranda is gonna do whatever she wanna do, so he knows that is just how she is. And Miranda doesn't really care. So he's gonna lecture her, and she's gonna be a little bit annoyed about it, and then she's gonna go up and sleep. So Miranda got up to sleep, and that is pretty much everything for this episode. Now you have met the first part of the Capp family and the Norman family. I feel like Albany and Goneril's relationship is quite tragic. This whole family's relationship is quite tragic. Um, but yeah, now you have met them. And what we got to do today was Albany actually got his job. That he has the day off tonight, so that's quite nice for him. And then we have Miranda that, well, did what Miranda wanna do. She actually helped her dad a little bit with getting groceries, but then later, while sneaking out, she got caught by the police and she got lectured by her dad. But as you can see, it wasn't the biggest hit to their relationship, because both her and her dad know that it's just how she's gonna be. So there's not much to do about it, and the family is broken enough to begin with. So why fight more about it? And the rest of the kids is pretty much just being kids, trying to survive this family, I think. At least Ariel is, and oh yeah, Bettino. He is better now in his aspiration, but because he had his fit earlier and was really quite low in his aspiration meter, actually in aspiration failure, not completely failure, but he was low enough to have a fit. So he is in the next round going to therapy with Christian Luster. So he is gonna be the first patient she is gonna have. And Blanca, well, as Ariel, she is just here trying to survive, honestly. So yeah, that was everything for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and that I will see you again in the next one. Bye! All alive. The devil's in the detail, lingered inside.